Hello and welcome to a Dark Regions Press unboxing that is secretly an Amaranthine Books unboxing because I purchased it through Dark Regions Press. This, my friends, is the Sherlock Holmes collection, the Arthur Conan Doyle Sherlock Holmes collection. I don't know why I specified Doyle. I mean, it's clearly going to be Doyle. I mean, I guess it could be, Anthony Horowitz also wrote some officially licensed Sherlock Holmes. So, with any Dark Regions Press unboxing, you are going to get a lifetime supply of bubble wrap. So, bear with me 1 second as we just completely unravel the cocoon that is this pack job. So, late to the party on this because all the people who ordered directly from Amaranthine already got their books. This is just the Essential Edition. I was going to say the Classic Edition, but it's the Essential Edition. I know it's terrific. Received the incredible Detective Edition, which is the next one up. And, we have a little instruction here. This is my second Amaranthine book. The first being Frankenstein, which I actually got in a grab bag from Levidian, which is absolutely incredible. Marco includes this. He actually included this with Frankenstein as well. Introducing you to the book and how to open it up without damaging the binding. Very nice indeed. So this is Sherlock Holmes and the Adventure of a Dozen Favorites. And you're thinking, whose favorites are these? These are Arthur Conan Doyle's favorites. So Doyle has listed his 12 favorite Sherlock Holmes stories, and Marco took that and ran with it. And so this publishes all 12 of them in the exact order that Doyle himself had listed them. First things first, I absolutely love the slipcase. It actually kind of reminds me of Centipede Press's slipcases with the two tones. Oh, and hidden on the inside, Elementary. Shout out to Lucy Liu. Very nice. A lot of fun details. So this is I don't want to say lesser because it's going to be a gorgeous quality publication either way, but this is the lowest tier of the three editions. Almost like your artist edition in a way, although this is a very fancy artist edition. Oh, we do get the bookmark. So it is quarter bound in cloth here. Quarter bound in cloth, nice little brown paper binding, little plaid pipe on the front. I believe the Detective Edition, the next one up, which would be your Suntup numbered edition, is bound in like a suede leather, and I believe it's actually kind of inlaid plaid. Like this is almost printed right on there. But I believe there's actually layers to it with the Detective Edition. And the Clue Edition is just stunning. That is just full-blown leather throughout. All three editions do come with a bookmark in the shape of magnifying glass. And it is actually, you can actually see right there, it is a functional magnifying glass. That is really cool. So 3 times magnification, which is just a cool little detail. And these cool details are seen throughout all of Amaranthine's publications. I had skipped the first few of the publications, namely Alice in Wonderland, Dracula, Jekyll and Hyde, although I always admired them from afar. I skipped them just because I have several editions of those stories to begin with. Actually, I don't have too many Jekyll and Hydes, but I do have several editions of Dracula, and I do have several editions of Alice in Wonderland, and I just couldn't, my wallet couldn't handle buying any more. Frankenstein, oh my God, that is stunning, incredible. And the next title is Catch-22, which is the first contemporary title. Although, I mean, obviously going back a couple decades, but it's not a classic. It's like a more modern classic as opposed to the literary classics that we've been getting. Anyways, let's dive in. 4.5 minutes in. So we have, look at the stamping. Kind of UV printed end papers there to resemble the wallpaper at 221B Baker. And look at, you can even see the sewn binding right in there, the page block. That is incredible. This is the Essential Edition. I keep wanting to call it the Classic Edition. So anyways, all these short stories you're going to get in Sherlock Holmes, talking over 120 years ago for these stories publications. You can find all these short stories for probably free online or in any Sherlock Holmes collection. Some of them were collected in, the memoirs of Sherlock Holmes or the adventures of Sherlock Holmes. But what you can't get from those is letterpress printed Sherlock Holmes. And that's what this is. It is just incredible. This edition, which is still available directly through Amaranthine, is limited to 400 copies. It was printed in-house on their Heidelberg cylinder, which is just incredible. It does have illustrations. It must be at least 12 illustrations, because I believe Manuel Sumberac, if I'm saying that correctly, has an illustration for every story, and the paper is really nice too. How I made my list. Okay, so this is actually an introduction by Arthur Conan Doyle talking about his list. Then there's the 12 in the order. I will admit I have not read all of these yet. I'm familiar with The Scandal in Bohemia, which introduced Irene Adler, or the Final Problem and Reichenbach Falls. We have a nice little silhouette of Holmes there. And here we go. So here is one of Manuel's Sumberac's illustrations, which is not printed letterpress. This is printed offset, but the actual stories themselves are printed letterpress, and they are incredible. I believe the drop caps are also exclusive. That's really cool. That is awesome. So what is kind of unique about the illustrations is that they're not depicting one particular scene from each short story. Instead, it's almost like a cross-cut where it's showing many different events kind of all happening simultaneously, almost like a blueprint of what's going to happen throughout the story. So Marco has even said that he encourages you, and I am not opening this the way you are instructed to open this, so I apologize, from the center outward, because I want to show it to you. He's even said, you can go back after you read the story and kind of look back and say, oh, hey, look, there's this detail or that detail within the illustrations. And I don't even know, is there a term for this type of art? I'm not familiar. What it reminds me of, as far as the actual kind of cross-cut showing multiple scenes, not necessarily art style, is an artist that goes by the name of 100% Soft. I became familiar with 100% Soft through his posters that he's done for Mondo posters. And, there we go. There's Reichenbach Falls. One of the most famous scenes from Sherlock Holmes, where he fights with Moriarty. But anyways, 100% Soft would do illustrations for films like Die Hard. And in his illustration, you would have Nakatomi Plaza, the entirety of the Nakatomi Plaza, kind of in profile, and you would have kind of crosscuts like this, which would show all the different action scenes going on over the course of Die Hard. And he did that for a couple of different films. I think he did it for Home Alone. I think he did it for maybe Gremlins. A whole bunch of different films. That's kind of what it reminds me of here. Definitely not the style, because 100% Soft uses these almost like little pop art, Funko Pop looking characters, whereas Manuel's art is much more realistic here. You're not getting a little Funko Pop looking pop art style. But anyways, it does resemble it in terms of the little crosscut. So if there's a name for this type, please let me know, because I can't think of what the name for this type would be. The Adventure of the Devil's Foot. So anyways, like I said, I did buy this particular copy through Dark Regions Press here in the States. But copies are still available directly through, that is printed letterpress, that is nice, directly through Amaranthine. And while you're over on Amaranthine, you can't really buy too many older titles, because I think all of their older titles have sold out. Most of their titles have been high-end. This is very much fine press, but I believe this is their first letterpress title. They kind of go above and beyond with all of their editions. And this is an afterword. Is this afterword by Marco? It is by Marco. Okay. I'm just gonna keep calling Marco on a first name basis, because I am going to butcher the hell out of that name. Marco Matijasevic. If I nailed it, let me know. Good old Mr. Matijasevic. But their high-end editions are absolutely stunning. Their Alice in Wonderland. Did they do? Was it just Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, or did they do a omnibus with Through the Looking Glass? I feel like it was just Alice's Adventures. But Conversation Tree with their Peter Pan omnibus make me feel like it could have been an Alice omnibus, but maybe I'm just getting mixed up. That one, the Ultra Deluxe Edition for that, came in a fully functioning chess set, which is just wild. There were, like I said, several editions of Dorian Gray. Dorian Gray came with a actual portrait, the lettered edition, which it wasn't called lettered editions because they each of these tiers are utterly unique to the point where even they have unique names. Kind of like Sherlock Holmes here, where you do have the Essential Edition, but then you have the Detective Edition and the Clue Edition. The Dorian Gray had the Peacock Edition and then the Portrait Edition? The lettered edition, the very fancy one. A Catch-22 has 3 editions as well. There is an Essential Edition for that one, which is also printed letterpress. Then you go up and you have the Bomber Edition, where the book is housed in like a bomber jacket. The middle edition, the numbered edition, which is the Mission Edition, has like wooden paneling for the boards, which is really cool. Then you have 22 like literally knocked out of the wood, which is really cool. I don't think I'll be able to swing that, but who knows? You might be able to find other videos on YouTube that might have those editions. Perhaps It's Terrific might be getting that edition. I don't know. He did get the Detective Edition of Sherlock Holmes here. So you should definitely check that out. Another one of the newcomers to the BookTube is was the Magnificent Zhoop? Was that correct? Zhoop. I could be mistaken there. I'll put a link to both of their channels in the description below. He bought directly from Amaranthine with the Essential Edition here. The Classic Edition, because I'm going to stick to that. So he beat me by several months. But you know what? I bought mine after the fact through Dark Regions Press, so it was to be expected. Interesting enough, there's no Amaranthine logo on. Okay, it's on the slipcase, but not the actual book. But anyway, seriously, check them out. They are kicking ass. Like I said, they're doing their printing in house, and they are doing some stunning work. Absolutely stunning. Can I fit this in there without damaging it? I don't want to damage it, but I also kind of want to store it together. Look at that, like a glove. Anyways, thank you very much for watching. Please consider liking and subscribing. I have plenty of other unboxing videos on the channel, including many other fine small presses such as this. That way, if you don't want to spend your money, you can live vicariously through me. I also do at least one book review a week. I've been doing 2 the last few weeks to play catch up for the end of the year. So there's plenty to hold you over in between the unboxing videos as well. So seriously, thank you again for watching. Thank you for Amaranthine for another work of art. Absolutely stunning. Thank you for Dark Regions Press for the lifetime supply of bubble wrap, and we will see you around next time.